It's 8 o'clock. And first of all, I'd just like to say thank you to Kate for looking after my slot on Monday and doing her own yesterday. I'm on retreat at the moment, just till Thursday evening, just from home online, but trying to make some space for myself. But I wanted to do today and tomorrow, partly because there's nobody else to do them. And I do think it's important to keep doing these regularly for everybody. But also, I think in a way, there's something in it for me. We've been studying giving or dana in our retreat. And this is my way of giving. And it's very important to me to be able to offer something of myself, offer something of my experience. Such as it is, to help other people. So yes, so I wanted to be here, and it's a delight to be here. So welcome to everybody, and to those who joined later on the recording. Good to see you as well. We're going to do the self-care meditation this morning, and I just wanted to say a few words in relation to that, about awareness. So you've heard me talk about awareness probably quite a lot. It's very, very important. In fact, it's critical. If we can be aware, fully aware, then there are no problems in life. It's our ordinary chattering mind that creates the problems for us, that creates the suffering. It's our thoughts that create suffering. And you might notice that as you go through your day, you know, all these thoughts about I'm not good enough, I'm not up to this, or I'm scared, or they shouldn't have said that. Why are they so mean to me? All these thoughts, or other thoughts like, woohoo, this is fantastic. You know, they all disturb our equilibrium, even if they're excitable thoughts, as well as negative thoughts. And that's just the state of our minds. So in meditation, we're trying to alter the state of our minds. We're trying to let the thinking just go, this chattering mind thinking. We can think out of awareness if we need to reflect on something, but we're just trying to let this automatic thinking go. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's okay to be like that. This is how human beings are. But we're trying to transcend this state of messiness that we're in. But the messiness is okay to begin with. Well, it's always okay, but we can transcend it. So what I wanted to say about awareness is that awareness is clear. There's no thinking in awareness. There's no chattering mind there to distract us when we're aware. Awareness is neutral. It's like a mirror that just reflects what is happening in our experience. So when we're fully aware, we're fully immersed in whatever's happening. And the great thing about awareness is that it doesn't have any opinions or views or judgments. As far as awareness is concerned, everything is fine. Everything is just as it is. So you might be feeling, you might have a heaviness in your belly, or you might have a tightness in your chest. When you're aware of it, when you're fully aware of it without thinking, it is just a physical sensation. It's just a feeling in the body. And awareness, because awareness has no views and no judgments, awareness is full of acceptance and love. Awareness is always kindly, is always full of joy, real deep awareness, not in just ordinary awareness. The ordinary awareness might not feel so joyful. But if we can get into deep awareness, it's always full of joy and love. So even the awareness that we have between our thoughts when there's no thinking, those precious little moments of quiet, that is full of acceptance, that is full of support and love for the present moment, because it is the present moment, actually. So awareness is really important when we're taking care of ourselves. If we can allow ourselves to be in awareness, to just drop the thinking mind even a little bit. Behind the thinking mind is this acceptance that everything is fine, that we are okay, that everything is absolutely okay. So our awareness, in a way, is our own best friend. It's there not judging us, it's there looking after us. And awareness is the grown-up to our inner child. It's a non-judgmental, quiet state where there is just love and just noticing. And awareness is, because it's non-critical, is perfect for dealing with our self-critic. We can bring awareness or mindfulness to our self-critic, then the self-critic will soften. So these are the three aspects which I usually deal with on a Wednesday morning. So awareness or mindfulness is our helper, is our guide. And if we can allow the thoughts to just settle a little bit, not always easy, but if we can let awareness shine through, then that is what helps us in our care of ourselves. And the way we do that is through just letting thoughts come and go. We don't try and push them away or grab onto them. We just notice they've arisen, and just let them go without any judgment of them, just with a sense of love. And if we can do the mindfulness of breathing regularly, that helps us to calm our minds a little bit. And our minds can become very supple. They can become, they're very open to being calmed down. But we have to have a regular habit of calming our minds, a regular practice. So I think I've said enough now. I've said quite a lot. So we'll do the practice. But welcome to Sally, Chris, Lizzie, and Julie, and Isabel. I think that's everybody. Yes, welcome. You're all very welcome, and anybody who hasn't checked in. So just settling down now. Just noticing that we're here right now, and whatever's happening, just allowing this mindfulness or awareness to emerge from out of the thinking mind, from out of the chattering mind. And doing that by just noticing how we are, just really coming into our being and just seeing what's going on this morning. So however we're feeling, that is just how we're feeling. Whatever the state of our mind, that is just the state of our mind. Even if we're feeling grumpy, that's okay. That's the way it is at the moment. We can't deny that. If we're feeling achy or sleepy or sleepiness in the body, then that's the way it is. So having a sense of kindness to wherever we are, whatever it feels like, it's really important. not getting into conflict with ourselves in any way. Noticing the flow of our experience, arising and passing away all the time. Just a minute or so ago we weren't meditating, now we are. And in due course the meditation will end and we'll get on with our day. So time moves on, but more than that, our experience is constantly changing. And that's something we can notice if we stay with our experience. Noticing the feelings in the body, tingling in the soles of the feet, the legs, the back of the body. Feelings in the front of the body, the belly, the abdomen, the chest. And in the head, particularly the face. Just relaxing the face, letting any tightness drop out. Noticing the breathing. Just naturally the body breathes without our help. And just relaxing on each out breath. Allowing the body to relax, the mind to relax. Rising up on each in-breath, feeling the energy and the life coming into the body. The healing light of the in-breath. And moving to the heart center now. This precious place, this soft spot at the bottom of the ribs, inside the body, just inside where the ribs meet at the base of the ribs. Can you feel that soft spot, that heart center? If you can't, then just bring into mind somebody that you really love, or a pet, somebody that moves you. And just bringing awareness to the feelings that arise in this heart center. And if you can't feel anything there, just relaxing and staying open to it, thinking about somebody you love. And just allowing any warm feelings to evolve of their own accord, not trying to do anything with them, just letting them grow organically. So bringing our awareness now to the whole of ourselves. And just acknowledging for a start that we're messy. We're all messy. Until we become awakened or enlightened, we're always going to be messy to some degree. And it's not our fault. It comes about through all of our experience, through our lives. Perhaps in previous lives, if we've had them, if we believe that. But we carry this conditioning with us. Perhaps a lot of it learnt in childhood. Some of it coming from what people have said to us, from our experiences. Some of it coming from our own fear and sense of insecurity. But it's all okay. It's not our fault. And we can't just change it either. It will take time. So can we have a sense of acceptance and love and care for this messiness that is us? Can we learn to love it for what it is? To have compassion to where it's come from. And to look at ourselves with a loving gaze, just accepting how we are, caring for this messy being, caring for this self that is doing so well in the world, that's trying so hard, that's always doing its best. Can we be there, just accepting how we are, knowing that we can change? So we're going to need some help with this. And of course we get help from our friends in the world who help us and support us. But sometimes that's not enough, and sometimes they're not there. So can we be our own best friend? Can we develop the capacity to stand back from our chattering mind in awareness and just notice that all suffering comes from what we think. Can we step apart from ourselves with a sense of mindfulness and just notice how we suffer in our minds with our opinions and views and criticisms and upsets? And can we open our heart to this suffering that we're enduring and be there to reassure, to support ourselves that it's not our fault, that under all the messiness we are okay. We are absolutely okay in our lives. Can we be our own best friend, always there for us in times of difficulties and hardship? Can we be our own best friend, offering love and acceptance, whatever happens? And can we pay particular attention to that part of us that feels a bit frightened, a bit panicky, maybe not quite good enough sometimes, not quite up to this life? Part of us that we try to bury, that we try to overcome. Part of us that is like a small child, probably comes from when we were a small child, or may do. But wherever it comes from, there's this part of us that needs attention, needs love, needs looking after. So can we be a grown-up to the small child within us? Might be quite helpful to imagine what this small child looks like and hold his or her hand. Put our arm around this small child, hold it close, give it love and care and reassurance, just as we would if it was a real small child that we loved. Can we give lots of love and care and kindness to this small, frightened part of ourselves, and help it to grow, help him or her to grow into maturity. So maybe keeping hold of the small child's hand, holding him or her close to us, we then bring to mind our inner critic, whatever form this inner critic takes. Our inner critic seems really harsh sometimes, being quite abusive at times, maybe being hurtful, telling us we're not good enough, telling us that we should be better, telling us, criticizing the way we look, the way we do things in the world, the way we relate to other people. So this inner critic too just comes from our past experience, our past difficulties and upsets. And our inner critic is just as frightened as a small child. It just wants us to be okay in the world. And really, though it sounds harsh, our inner critic just wants the best for us. It's a bit misguided about it. So can we just notice these inner critical thoughts? They are just thoughts that come from our difficult past experiences. Can we have a sense of kindness to them? Can we have a sense of love and care for our inner critic that's really in pain? Can we pour love and kindness over our inner critic and just let it know that everything is okay? We do know what we're doing. We are changing. And for now, the messiness is fine. The messiness is just the way things are at the moment. It's our human state. So can we look after our inner critic as well? So finally bringing our awareness, our mindfulness back to the whole of ourselves. This messy human being just doing their best in the world, to live our lives, to be happy. Sometimes it's not easy. So can we, through our appreciation of ourselves, through our mindfulness of ourselves, just bring some kindness to these difficulties? Can we be a friend to ourselves when times are hard? Being a support, reassuring ourselves, whatever happens. Can we look after the small child within, offering reassurance and loving kindness? And can we still the inner critic within, just letting go of these critical thoughts that cause us so much pain, and having a sense of love and kindness to the place that they come from, that is really suffering. Can we learn to love our messy self that isn't our fault, and it's no different to everybody else's messy self? We're all in the same boat. So maybe we can feel a sense of solidarity with every other human being in the world, all 7.5 billion of them, all of them needing their own friendship, all of us needing to look after our inner child, all of us needing to still the inner critic, whoever we are, wherever we are. So can we just recognize that this is so, and open our hearts to ourselves and to all other beings, wherever they are, offering love and kindness and acceptance. So as you go through today, can I encourage you to, if you notice any grumpiness, just notice it and be kind to it. If you notice any irritation, just notice it and be kind to it. If you find yourself reacting to any circumstance, just breathe and notice that you are suffering. And we do suffer all the time, on and off. Just bringing kindness to that suffering. If you notice thoughts that are rather unpleasant, just notice them with love and kindness and let them go. Don't get caught up in a story about things. It's just the mind. Let the mind rest. Poor mind, it gets so worked up about everything. Poor chattering mind. Well, lovely to see you all this morning. And I'll be back again tomorrow with the mindfulness of breathing. Very good exercise for self-care, because we let the mind settle a little bit, and so we're not so influenced by it. So maybe see you then. But in the meantime, have a lovely day, and remember to take care of yourself and to be kind to yourself. So see you again soon. Lots of love to you all.